Long before Mount Olympus became a symbol of order, the ancient Greek universe was ruled by chaotic, blood-soaked violence. The original cosmic dictator was Uranus, a tyrant so cruel that his own son, Cronus, ambushed and castrated him to seize the throne. But the moment Cronus took the crown, he inherited a curse. His parents delivered a terrifying prophecy. Just as he had violently overthrown his father, he was destined to suffer the exact same fate at the hands of his own son. To prevent this, Cronus devised a horrific solution. He turned his own stomach into a living tomb. The moment his sister wife Rhea gave birth to their first 5 children, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, Cronus swallowed each of them whole. In this early era of mythology, cosmic supremacy didn't come from wisdom or laws. It was maintained strictly through paranoia, cannibalism, and the absolute suppression of the next generation. When Rhea became pregnant with her 6th child, she refused to lose another baby to the cannibal king. She handed her paranoid husband a heavy rock wrapped tightly in swaddling clothes. Cronus swallowed it without a second thought, while Rhea smuggled the real infant away. She carried the child, Zeus, to the island of Crete, hiding him deep inside a dark, remote cave on the slopes of Mount Ida. To keep the infant's cries from echoing up to his father, Rhea employed a band of mythical warriors. Whenever the baby cried, these guards performed a frenzied war dance, clashing their bronze spears against their shields to create an acoustic smokescreen. This mountain cave functioned as a covert nursery, incubating a living weapon that was destined to eventually shatter the Titan's absolute rule. Reaching adulthood, Zeus understood the brutal math of the cosmos. He could never topple a massive Titan empire alone. To build an army, he first had to recover his swallowed siblings. He recruited Medes, the Titaness of wisdom. Instead of swords or spears, she provided a highly effective chemical weapon, a powerful emetic drug designed to induce intense vomiting. Zeus managed to infiltrate his father's court and lace Cronus's mead with the potion. The drug worked instantly, forcing the Titan to violently regurgitate the stone he thought was his youngest son. Right behind that stone came the 5 immortal siblings, alive and now fully grown. In a single moment, Zeus went from a lone, hidden insurgent to the commander of a divine rebel cell. The first phase of this cosmic rebellion succeeded without a single army clashing. It relied entirely on strategic deception and insider sabotage. This diagram represents the military balance of power at the start of the conflict. Even with his siblings freed, the Olympians are vastly outnumbered by a heavily entrenched Titan network. A conventional war was unwinnable, so Zeus executed a tactical descent into Tartarus, the deepest, darkest abyss of the underworld. He assassinated the monstrous warden, Campe, and liberated the political prisoners his father had feared most. The first freed assets were the Cyclopes. To repay Zeus for their liberation, these master craftsmen forged his iconic, devastating weapon, the Thunderbolt. He also freed the Hecatoncheires, 100-armed giants capable of unleashing a relentless artillery barrage by hurling hundreds of massive boulders simultaneously at enemy lines. By weaponizing the oppressed outcasts of the universe, Zeus leveled the playing field and set the stage for total apocalyptic war. The resulting Titanomachy was a catastrophic 10-year conflict that literally tore the cosmos apart. The Olympians ultimately emerged victorious, driving the defeated Titans down into Tartarus. The Titan's second-in-command, Atlas, received a highly specific punishment. He was condemned to the edge of the earth, forced to hold up the crushing weight of the sky forever. But the earth itself, Gaia, retaliated against this new Olympian order. She spawned a final, monstrous failsafe, Typhon, a massive creature with reptilian features and the ability to breathe fire. Zeus met this beast in single combat. Relying on his newly forged lightning, he struck Typhon down and cast the monster back into the abyss. Surviving this ultimate challenge proved Zeus's absolute military supremacy, effectively ending the violent, chaotic era of the Titans. History shows that surviving a rebellion is entirely different from ruling after one. Instead of hoarding total control and succumbing to the exact same paranoia that ruined his father, Zeus implemented a revolutionary concept, delegation. Looking at this structural map of the new cosmos, Zeus divided the spoils of war. He granted his brother Poseidon complete dominion over the seas and all earthly waters. He handed his brother Hades control over the underworld and the realm of the dead, while retaining the skies for himself. By distributing domains and giving his most powerful allies their own responsibilities, Zeus dismantled the structural incentives for betrayal that had doomed the previous 2 cosmic kings. The poet Hesiod recorded these events in the Theogony, which you can see here, as a succession myth, a narrative designed by ancient Greeks to explain their universe's political and moral evolution. The myth tracks a very specific progression. The cosmos starts as an abstract void under Uranus, transitions into barbaric, cannibalistic tyranny under Cronus, and finally settles into civilized law under Zeus. Zeus became the cosmic anchor for oaths, justice, and the sacred rules of hospitality, the very moral pillars required for a functioning society. Zeus's greatest triumph was breaking a generational curse of toxic paranoia to forge a permanent, ordered civilization.